Hey guys, how is it going? Hopefully well. Hopefully you are ready for the weekend. I'm just trying to get set up on Insta as well. So good, I'm on both now. Okay, hopefully my setup's okay. So this is an impromptu mini, I'll say condensed, Essential Oils 101 class because really I wanted to keep it simple and just go over the ways that I most commonly use the top 10 oils that I have sitting in front of me and how you can too, how easy it is. And maybe you are intimidated by oils because of that. You're thinking, well, she's going to talk about 10 oils. How the heck would I use 10 oils? And I totally was there. And that's why I want to show you, just like anyone else, that I'm a person first, and I just wanted to incorporate more natural options into my family's life. And this was back in 2016, and obviously I have never looked back on this decision, and now I help educate people on the benefits of essential oils. So for those that don't know me, my name is Shar. I am a doTERRA leader, and obviously I'm very passionate about oils, natural health, plant-based nutrition, and being just a well-rounded mother to my awesome 5-year-old daughter. So I'm going to start off first with why essential oils and what they are, because that really matters too if you are new into essential oils or you're thinking, I already use essential oils, I don't need to know about doTERRA's. I'm going to show you why you do and why the quality does matter. So if you've never opened a bottle of oil or wondering what the heck they look like, here are 2 simple bottles. So essential oils are volatile aromatic compounds that are distilled from the stems, the leaves, the roots, the bark, the flowers of various plants, depending on what plant you are distilling from. And what that turns into is an essential oil, okay? So when these plants are distilled down into essential oils, they are very beneficial for us because as the essential oil on the actual plant itself, it protects against predators, it helps with pollination, and it's like the immune system of the plant. So you can see why essential oils can be very beneficial to us. Essential oils are very potent though. So when we think about a peppermint leaf and say something like peppermint tea, that is being distilled from the leaves. But if you take a drop of peppermint essential oil, that's actually 1 drop is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So crazy, right? So it is very, very potent. As I try and tell people in the beginning, all you need is 1 drop, okay? So these are very cost effective too, and I did not mention that. So easy and simple to use, but they're very cost effective too. So you really only need 1 drop for your desired effect, especially when you're using a pure therapeutic grade oil like doTERRA's. So why does the quality matter? So you are probably seeing essential oils pop up everywhere. You know, you can go to the health food store, you can go to the dollar store, you can go to Walmart, you can go to a craft store and get essential oils. But really, you get what you pay for. And people might say, oh, well, doTERRA is a little steep in price, but I encourage you to check price-wise and usage-wise if you are using another brand and see how that compares, because when you are using a pure oil like doTERRA's, you only need 1 drop, like I said, right? And most other brands of oils, you'll need up to 8 to 10 drops. So that right there, that tells you a little bit about the purity and the quality of the oils. If you are using a pure oil, 1, your nose will tell you. I was shocked by this when I started using doTERRA. I had another brand's lavender, and it was night and day, the smell. I was so blown away when I got doTERRA. You need to smell it to believe it for sure. But you want to be checking the testing that they are doing on their oils. So if you check with a company and they're not giving you any information on, say, where their oils come from in terms of where the plants are grown, doTERRA sources indigenously, so they source from around the globe where the plants thrive and grow abundantly, and that's where they will produce the highest quality oil, the most potent. It's gonna change the characteristic and the chemistry of the oil based on where it is grown. So that is something to consider too. Getting a plant from where it grows naturally is very different than transplanting it and growing it here and then producing an oil. So just a few things to keep in mind as you venture into the oil area, because for me, I wanted to make sure I was providing my family with safe, natural, and effective alternatives for our health, and not something that was either diluted down, cut with synthetics and fillers, and then, bottled up into an essential oil. So that's what a lot in the industry do. You only need about 20% of an oil in the bottle to call it pure or organic on the label, or natural, or all those terms. So you literally could go to Walmart and you could look and say, oh, there's an organic lavender oil, but it only needs as little as 20%, and I bet a lot are doing less than 20% to call it that. So just some food for thought. If you do want to sample out any doTERRA oils, please let me know. I love giving people the opportunity to try them so they can really feel the benefit of them. So that's one reason for doTERRA. I could go on because there really is a heart behind the company too. The work they do around the globe to help these impoverished regions that they source their oils from. doTERRA sources from over 40 countries, and about half of those are from, developing regions of the world. So what they do is they help work with those farmers and those local communities on the ground to make sure that they're, one, getting fair wages, on-time payments, and then we're actually helping the communities there. So whether it's through clean drinking water initiatives, or opening schools, or health facilities. So it really is about the beautiful work too. So when you get a doTERRA oil, that there is amazing work being done on the ground in those locations too, from your drop of oil. So really cool. I noticed that I'm missing one oil as I talk about them. I have peppermint here twice, and I think that's what I'm going to start with because peppermint is my favorite oil. So what I'm going to do now is get into the top 10 oils that every home should have. This is what I started with, and truthfully, this is why I love opening with these oils, because they're near and dear to my heart. It's what a lot of people start with, and it's really going to help you overhaul all areas of your life with these top 10, and I'm going to show you some simple ways to use them. So like I said, we're going to start with peppermint. Pop quiz, do you remember how many cups of tea it is for 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, or how equivalent it is? It is 28 cups of peppermint tea. It's equivalent to 1 drop of peppermint essential oil. So that's one way you can use this oil. You can add a drop to a cup of water and drink it like a tea. It's going to help with any indigestion and stomach issues. So peppermint's really great for the stomach and any of that. So you could, take it internally that way. I love using it for my workouts. So peppermint is so great pre-workout. It's known to help actually increase your output of your workout. So if you want to put a drop under the tongue, or again, put a drop in a cup of water and slurp it back, it's going to actually help cool the body too. So that's really effective and neat that way. Or what you can do too, this is not just for pre-workout only, but if you put a drop in your hands, rub together. This is how I love starting in-person essential oil classes. And then you take a deep inhale. It's going to hit your nose, and it's going to travel to the limbic system of your brain, and it's actually going to get throughout the rest of your body too. So even the sense of smell is very powerful for the oils, which is one way you can use the oils. You can inhale them, and that's probably the easiest way. It's a great way to get into oils because it's so easy to use. And then this is the next way you can use oils topically. So any extra peppermint I have on my hands, I like to rub on the body. So like on the back of the neck, you could give yourself a little mini massage, and this is going to help with tension as well. So right there's like 4 uses for peppermint, right? And since it is very cooling, it is great for when your body spikes the temperature too, which mine did on Sunday. And that's why I sound like this. If you've never heard me before, this is not my regular voice. So peppermint is going to help cool the body down. So it's great for those times when you're not feeling the greatest. What I like to do then is dilute it down. So you can get some coconut oil. I love using doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil, and dilute down 1 drop in 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon of a carrier oil. And I like to put it on the spine and then on the bottoms of the feet. So this is going to help, reduce the temperature that way. So there's some unique ways. Again, I love putting this in my coffee. If you have not seen any of my Instagram posts, I rave about that all the time. So 1 drop of peppermint in a latte or a coffee is just so beneficial. So again, we have stomach problems, pre-workout to help, up your energy and increase your workout output. We have cooling of the body, and great in beverages. So peppermint is a top use, and head tension too. So when I was going through my sickness earlier this week, I was having major head tension from all my coughing, and I would just put peppermint on my temples, and I would just do that across the forehead if I was burning up, and across the temples, and then down the back of the neck. So peppermint really is an oil that I use every day because it's so effective, and it's just so amazing. Once you open a bottle, it just fills the air right away. So that's number one, peppermint. Next up, we'll do lavender. Lavender is all things calming and soothing. Obviously, we know lavender for that. And again, if you're using another brand lavender, I encourage you to try doTERRA's. You're going to notice a difference right away in the smell alone. This is what I noticed right when I pulled out my other bottle of oil and then compared it to doTERRA. Your nose will tell you. It's a great indicator for the quality of oils as well. And it's one they use when they are testing oils. So lavender is great for calming. I love using it in a bath. So I will add it to a cup of Epsom salts after a long day, add 3 drops of lavender. You can also use it as your new first aid tool. So instead of using other products now, lavender is great for bumps and bruises and scrapes and all that fun stuff, and even sunburns. So whenever you have any bumps, again with a kid too, you can just apply it directly to the area. You can dilute lavender down. You don't need to. It can be used neatly on the skin, which is basically like you can just put it directly on the skin without diluting down. But if you're new to oils, or you have a little kid, or you have sensitive skin, then I always recommend diluting down. It doesn't change the effectiveness of the oils. It just creates a larger surface area, and it will help get into the targeted area. So lavender on any skin problems. I mean, I live in Florida, so I was out in the sun a couple weeks ago, and I definitely missed some areas on my shoulder with sunscreen. So lavender will just help with the cell turnover and just help heal it. So that's great too. And here is my little side tip for lavender that I love doing. When you get a new mascara tube, and I really recommend cleaning up your beauty products too. So if you are finishing up a mascara and you don't really know how it's rated, check EWG's Environmental Working Group Skin Deep database. Plug in your mascara and see what it's rated. If it's anything higher than a 3, high numbers mean a bad thing, or they're harmful for you, then I would suggest looking for a mascara that rates lower. And then what I like to do with my new tube of mascara is add a drop of lavender to it. Every new tube, just 1 drop. Swish it around. And lavender will help lengthen and volumize your lashes, and it smells good too, right? So that's one little bonus tip for it. And again, use lavender in sleep. So I love diffusing it at nighttime with another oil we will talk about soon. So I'm gonna keep motoring through this really quickly. Okay, so peppermint. The next one I'm gonna talk about is lemon. So I'm doing the top 3 first. Lavender, peppermint, and lemon. Those are the 3 I've talked about so far. And when you combine these 3 together, it's like the perfect seasonal allergy trio, okay? So if you suffer from all that stuff going around, sorry, it paused on Instagram. So if you suffer from any seasonal allergies, this is a great combo to take, whether you take a drop each in a shot glass, which brings me to the 3rd way to use oils is internally. You can take doTERRA oils internally. You just need to look for the supplement label on it. So see how this lemon has a supplement label? That's a big indicator too for oil quality. If you have other brand oils and it's telling you to keep out of reach, or if you ingest to call poison control, that's a big indicator that there might be some synthetics or something else lingering in your oils that is, again, hindering your health, right? As we work to green up and glow up our lifestyle, we're trying to get away from synthetics and chemicals and toxins. So be mindful of that. That was another reason I was very drawn to doTERRA and their sourcing model and the purity and the quality of the oils. So you can put a drop each of lemon, lavender, and peppermint in a shot glass with a little bit, obviously fill the water or the shot glass with water and take it back for your seasonal allergies. Or you can even just put the drop of each of them in your hands and take a deep inhale, or put on the bottoms of your feet. So that's a little tip because a lot of people are suffering from seasonal allergies right now. So lemon, one of the best or one of the most common ways I use it, and I'm gonna do it right now to show you, is to add a few drops to my water. So 1, 2, and then I'll just kind of swish it around. Lemon is great for detoxing and cleansing the body, so it's a great way to start the day. Or if you're not a huge water drinker and you're trying to drink more water, then this is a great way to spice up your water, if you will. You're going to add some flavor to it, and it's also going to help in your system as well, right? So it's a win-win, and it tastes delicious. So there are other citrus oils you can use, but lemon just happens to be my favorite. You can also diffuse it with something like peppermint. It's a great uplifting, invigorating blend in the morning. And lemon itself is very uplifting to the mood. So it's a great oil to have if you are feeling, you know, glum or down and you just need a pick-me-up. Lemon is definitely a go-to. It's also great in green cleaning. So I am a huge advocate for cleaning up the home, getting rid of the toxins. And I was actually intrigued of using essential oils in green cleaning. And that's one of the main reasons I got started with them. I actually have a green cleaning ebook that I gift my team and people getting started with the oils. But lemon essential oil is a great one to use in your green cleaning supplies. So definitely keep that in mind. So those are a few uses for lemon. Next up, we will go to Breathe. So this is our first blend that I'm going to talk about. It's called the Respiratory Blend, and this is what I like to diffuse with lavender at nighttime to help with sleep. So Breathe, again, will really, it'll help with sleep and just make you feel more restful and, you know, get into that deeper sleep. I also love to use this pre-workout. So I'll dilute it down and I'll put it across my chest, and will help open the airways. And now, as I'm fighting off this cough, and it's so gross, I will roll Breathe down my throat and just across the chest, just again to help. Because right now you can hear it, or I can hear it and feel it, that you know, it's just not feeling that great right here. So Breathe is another good one for that. It's also great for just helping, again, open the airways in general. So it's a one you can use across your nose. I know what oil I'm missing now that I don't have here because oh shoot, sorry, my video ended on Instagram. So so Breathe, yes, is a really great one for any respiratory. So when you think about any of those conditions, I can't really say specifically, but if you think about anything that causes constricting of the airways or, you know, closed breathing, then you'll want to definitely pop this in the diffuser, or again, dilute down and put across the chest. It's such a beautiful, beautiful blend. Next up, I'm going to talk about one oil that has really saved me with this going on. So that would be On Guard, which is the protective blend. So the name kind of says it all, right? So this is the oil that you'll want to reach for to really help protect your system. So when you feel like sickness is coming around or anything like that, then what I like to do is dilute this down and put it on the bottoms of my feet, and then just help bump up the immune system. So I have been doing this on the bottoms of my feet, On Guard on the bottoms of the feet, morning and night, and multiple times throughout. And it's also great for sore throats. So what I like to do too is I have a diluted down version of this, and it's in a roller bottle, which is perfect. So it makes it easy, especially with kids. It's from a line called the Touch line that doTERRA has. They have some oils that are already diluted down, making it easier for moms, you know, people that are new into oils and on the go. So what I like to do with the diluted version is I'll roll it down the front of my throat if I am experiencing, you know, a little bit of a tingle in there. Or you can even gargle with it, and you can even gargle with it in water, and then you will get the benefits that way too. Or diffuse it. So any way you can really experience the benefits of this it's endless. So whether you're putting it, you know, in a glass of water to gargle, or whether you're diffusing it to help cleanse and purify the air from all the germs and nasty going around, which we totally did this week too, or putting it on the bottoms of your feet just to ensure your immune system is staying bumped up. I also love to use it in my green cleaning too. So there we go back to that topic. Green cleaning is a huge, huge area for me. So I love using this in my all-purpose cleaner. It is such a beautiful scent, guys. It kind of smells like Christmas in a bottle, but you're getting the benefits from all the oils in it. And On Guard has a whole line of products for cleaning, and including toothpaste, and that's the toothpaste we use, or an all-purpose cleaner, or a laundry detergent, a hand sanitizer. So there's definitely lots of good uses for this oil, and in a product line that doTERRA has magically created for us. So this is the Protective Blend, and it is all things immune support. I would not be without this oil in my home because it is so, so necessary. So that's the next one. And then we'll go to frankincense. So frankincense is the king of oils. If you're not familiar with it, it's, you know, it dates way back to the Bible. It was given to baby Jesus. So it is definitely a known oil, but maybe for the reasons about how to use it, they're so versatile. So I love frankincense. It is great for cellular support. It's also great for boosting the immune system, and it's great for beautifying the skin. It's just such a magical oil. So one personal way I really like to use it is to add a drop under my tongue to support my moods. As a mom with a daughter, for instance, this morning, who's crying over nothing, this is what I need. I need this emotional mood support. So frankincense can offer that. So not only when I put a drop under my tongue to help with my mood support, it's also going to help with my cells internally as well, which is like a win-win. And like I said, it's also beautifying for the skin. So it can just help with any age spots or wrinkles and all that. So you could add a drop to your moisturizer and get the perks of it that way. It's also great for creating like those Zen meditation vibes. So I've been known to put it on the bottoms of my feet before I hop into a yoga class, or if I'm going to be meditating at home, I will pop it into my diffuser and experience the benefits of it that way. And it's also great for immune support, like I said. So what I like to do sometimes is pair it in a roller bottle. I love making my own roller blends. I will pair frankincense and On Guard together in a roller bottle, and that's what I will roll on the bottoms of my feet to, again, increase the immune support. Frankincense is also a driver oil. So what this means, I don't want to be throwing a bunch of information at you, but frankincense is a driver oil. So if you put it on first, so say the bottoms of your feet, you're like, okay, I need some immune support. You could layer on frankincense first, and then any oils you add afterwards, they're going to help, frankincense is going to help drive them deeper in. So it's really great to put it on first, and then any subsequent oils will help get into the tissues that much easier. So frankincense really is a king. When in doubt, use it. You're not going to be disappointed with this oil. It is so amazing. Add it to the bath too. I love adding a drop of it in my bath at the end of a long day. So those are my top uses for it. Hopefully you guys found some uses that you like for it too. Okay, next up is Melaleuca, or more commonly known as tea tree oil. This is another one that you will notice a huge difference, guys. I thought I hated the smell of tea tree oil before I got doTERRA's, but it's because, again, I was using a crappy version that did not smell like pure Melaleuca tea tree oil, okay? So this is all things cleansing, and you can tell it smells very cleansing, and it's such a beautiful oil though. So when you think of cleansing, what would you think of with this? This is what I use in my green cleaning too. Go figure, right? So Melaleuca is a great cleaner. I love using it as an all-purpose cleaner. And when we think of cleansing too, think about the surface area, like our skin. So it's great for all those things too. There is never a dull moment in my home. So I have used Melaleuca for many skin conditions. I can't per se name them on here because it's not very compliant, but use your imagination when I say sore ears, okay? So to promote drainage of sore ears, we have used behind the ears and in front. Any skin conditions that would come up from school, I will go to Melaleuca, tea tree, whatever you want to call it, and lavender to help soothe the skin. It's also good for any hair issues that come back, any notices for school with, you know, the itchy head. This is where you'll want to really ramp up this oil. So whether you're adding a drop to a bit of shampoo and massaging it in your child's hair, or making a spray out of it. So, so yes, it's all things cleansing and great for skin conditions or any nail beds. So like after, you know, a shower at the gym and stuff like that. Or what I love to do is take almost empty bottles, and then I will take this off and get a spray top for it, fill with water, and then you have like a little mini cleaner. So I have one up in my office actually. So when I was almost done my last tea tree oil, I did that. I took the top off, and now I have like a little cleaner that I can use around my office in a mini bottle. So very effective that way, and it's a great oil to have, and I really do recommend swapping out your toxic cleaners and getting something as simple as tea tree to help clean your home in a really safe and effective way. Okay, 3 more oils. So the next one I'm going to talk about, I don't have in front of me, and I want to talk about it just because I don't forget it. But I've left the bottle upstairs in my bathroom because I was also using this one earlier this week. So it is called DigestZen, or it's called ZenGest in Canada, and it's the digestive blend. And this is a beautiful combination of oils that work together to help with, any problems or issues that you'll feel in your stomach. It's also great for any sicknesses like travel, motion, pregnancy sickness. It's going to really help there as well. And the simplest way I use it, right directly on the location. So if you have a sore stomach, just put some on your stomach, right into the belly button too. You can dilute it down, or you can just put it on the location. And one really unique way I love to use DigestZen, and it's actually how I've been using it, is for a stuffed nose. So I've been putting it over the bridge of my nose and right underneath, and it can just really help clear your nose, which is ironic, right? Because it's the digestive blend, but it works so well. So it's like one of my top uses for DigestZen. I'm not a huge fan of the flavor of it because it has fennel in it, and I'm not a fennel lover. But if you like the taste of it, you can add a drop to hot water, and you can drink it like a tea to help with any stomach issues that you're having. So those are the top uses for it. It's one that I have in my home and I would not want to be without, but it's one that I don't use a lot, so it's going to last me a long time. Okay, then we're going to go to the second last oil is Deep Blue. And Deep Blue is the soothing blend. So this is the safety bottle. And if you are getting a top 10 kit with the full size bottles of 15 milliliters, Deep Blue is the only one that comes in a 5 milliliter size. It's just the size it comes in. So this is an amazing blend of oils. It's safety because it's one you do not want to take internally. And kids are drawn to the smell. It actually kind of smells like root beer. So I totally get the addiction to it. It just smells so amazing. So this is the soothing blend. So when you think of that, think of like sore muscles, tension, anything like that. It's going to just go to work on that. So I like to use it pre-workout on my knees to help with the impact of, a workout or a run or all that, just to be proactive. So I like to use it on the front and the backs of my knees, and then again post-workout. So for any sore muscles or tension, ladies, that time of the month, if you have really bad cramping, you can put on your lower back to help soothe that. Any really bad head tension, you can put on your temples or down the back of your neck for that as well. So those are some good ways to use Deep Blue. And it smells fabulous, so you'll want to have it in your gym bag, or if you are someone that has achy joints, this is going to be a really big life-saving oil for you. And then finally, the last oil is oregano. Okay, so I saved the big guns for last. So oregano is actually an oil that I always put a side note on. It is very caustic, meaning it is very hot, so you do not want to put this topically on the skin without diluting down first, okay? It is going to burn, burn, burn. So you need to dilute this down before putting it on the skin. And I don't say that to scare you. I just say it because this is a pure oil, and there is no joking around with some that are spicy and hot like this, because they're going to burn your skin. So say you did get it on your skin without diluting down by accident, you're not going to want to wash it off with water, because that's actually going to just drive it deeper into the tissue. You're actually going to want to get a carrier oil. So whether it's a coconut oil or an olive oil, and that's just going to help, again, create the larger surface area so that it's not so concentrated in that area. But yeah, oils and water do not mix, obviously. So our immediate reaction is to grab some water and wash it off, but that's just going to make it worse. So just a side note to grab a carrier oil always. So why would you want to use oregano? And this bottle is my original bottle. And as you can see, I still have about 2/3 left. Okay, guys? So this is over 2 years later, and I still have my original bottle, just to show you that they do really last a long time. But oregano is the next level when you don't feel well. So if you are experiencing some major issues in the body, this is a great one to have. So you can either add to an empty veggie capsule and take internally that way. Or like I said, heavily dilute down and you can roll on the bottoms of the feet. This is also a really great one for that like tingle and sore throat. I will add a drop to a glass of water and gargle with it and then spit it out. But just be forewarned, your lips may tingle a bit too, but it's so worth it. And this is actually my husband's favorite oil and favorite use for it. So it really does help. If you're finding On Guard isn't helping with the tingling throat, oregano is definitely the one to go to. So for me, for instance, when I was fighting off whatever I was on Sunday and Monday, I started putting the diluted version of oregano on the bottoms of my feet and just down the front of my throat because it was raw from all the coughing I was doing. But taking internally is great to support the immune system and really help flush out anything that's working its way through your system. So that's why it's called the big gun. So when you need that next level support for your immune system or fighting something off, oregano is the way to go. But you can also use it in your cooking, right? Because it's oregano. So I have definitely used a drop of it in a cauliflower crust pizza or, in your pasta sauce, your pizza sauces. You can even start with as little as a toothpick. So dip a toothpick in and then swirl it in your sauce. And if it's not enough, then add a bit more, right? Because you can always add more, but you can't really take out if you've added too much. So those are top uses for oregano, and that completes the top 10. How cool is that? So that was my quick rundown on all these top oils. So if you don't have oils yet, what do? If you want to get started, that's a great place to start with these top 10 oils. It's what I started with. It's why I love oils so much, is that these 10 oils right here are the ones that help me get into them. So if you've been chatting to me about oils and you want more information, please send me a message or visit the link that I have here below this video to learn more, because really there is no better time to invest in yourself, invest in your health than there is now. And oils might seem intimidating and expensive, but that's what I wanted to debunk in this video, is how easy they can be. And these are just some of the uses. These are my top uses. There's so many other uses for them, and doTERRA.com is a great place to go and learn more about the oils and what oils can really help you in your health. And maybe there's something I missed. There's stress, there's for our kiddos more. So like there are so many other areas that you can use with the oils and, bettering your home and your health. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. Otherwise, I want to just quickly chat about this month for getting started, because when you do get started with, say, these top oils, whether it's in the Home Essentials kit, which would help you get a diffuser as well in your membership for the year, or you could get something a bit smaller that comes with smaller size bottles of the top 10 kits and no diffuser, you're actually going to get $50 back to put towards free oils for the future. So this is great because this is going to help you build out the other areas. So whether you have another area that you're looking to better with oils too, that's what we can chat more about. That's what I love to do, is help you figure out what's the next thing you want to green up in your home and your health as well. And you have $50 free with doTERRA to do that, which is really cool. So if you have any questions, please send me a message. Hopefully you can understand why I've really needed these oils. I have been using lavender, breathe, peppermint, lemon, oregano, On Guard, and frankincense. So pretty much like 7 of the top 10 throughout this week to really help me feel better, help my family avoid what I'm going through. And there's no other way that I would want to support my health than with oils. As a mother, I feel so empowered knowing that I have these tools to help us and to get us through it. And I don't feel worried anymore, guys. I feel like I am in control of my home and what I'm putting onto my family or into my family. And there's no way to describe how empowerment feels when you're living it and you're teaching others about it and you're really seeing and experiencing the benefit. So I really do hope this was helpful. I thought this was going to be more mini than it actually is. So clearly I need to work on my talking skills and cutting it down. But when you start talking about the uses of the oils, you keep remembering new uses and you're like, why would I stop? I need to share this information. So hope this was helpful, like I said, and have a great weekend, guys. Again, message me if you have any questions, and happy oil using. Bye, guys.